Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel. We are doing your weekly reading, but we're doing things a little bit differently. So I am basically doing a no contact reading between you and your person. We've got your energy here on the left hand side, we've got your person's energy on the right hand side, and we have what's actually going on in this connection, or the truth of this connection in the middle. So on your side, Leo, we have yin, and this card is about like you're in this place where you're just kind of holding back in some way. Like it's not like you're holding back on purpose. You're just like, I'm gonna see how I feel. You're very much in your feminine energy, in this like receiving energy, like that is like, I'm not gonna really take action to force this in any way. Like if it comes to me, fantastic. And that's what I think that you might want. But you are also just not going out and chasing it in any way. You're basically hoping, I feel like you might be manifesting this in some way, and you're wanting to bring this person back in, but from like a manifestation kind of way, instead of actually forcing anything or taking action towards it in any way. Then we have the new moon in Taurus, and it says prosperity lies ahead. So you could be very focused on your career at this time and not too much on this relationship. Otherwise, if it is about this relationship, you could actually just want, like you're planning in some way, like you're coming up with some steps. Okay, if that happens, then I'm going to do this. And if he says this, then I'm going to say that. Or if she says X, Y, and Z, I'm going to say A, B, and C. You're kind of just like, you're stepping back and like contemplating this whole situation and seeing like how this will pan out. And then we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So you could see this person as like a walking red flag, or you could see just that there's lots of things about them that you're like, okay, no, they need to heal this, and I just don't feel like I'm ready to kind of teach them in some way. But it is about you recognizing that there are red flags when it comes to this person. Then on their side, we have Treasure Island. So they do really have deep feelings for you, possibly love, otherwise just very strong feelings. They do see you as someone that is like out of this world. Like they think like if they were to be with you, like that would be like wow, like that would be a huge accomplishment. Like they kind of see you as a treasure in some way, but they do just have, this love for you. They do want to show you how much they care about you, but they also want to just enjoy their time with you at the moment, and maybe like spend some time alone or something like that. And then we have the gibbous moon, and it says you're very close to achieving your goal. And this card is about that. What they're wanting is they're wanting to keep like going with whatever that they're doing right now, to try and either make themselves better to come back to you, or to come back to you altogether. And like, or they could just be focused on a goal right now, and that's why they're not focused on this relationship in some way. And then we have separation, so time apart from your partners on the horizon. They just see this as a separation between the two of you. We will get some clarifiers, so don't worry about that. Then we have the actual situation as imagined. So I feel like both of you guys are just like in your head about this. Like you guys aren't taking any action. You guys are both like just contemplating what would it be to get back together, or to like start seeing each other again. Like, would I even forgive them? Like, how would this conversation go down? How would we make it work? Like you guys are just very much in this like imaginative phase, and like fantasizing about it. If it was to happen, how would it work, and all of that stuff. It's very much like in your head, but not actually doing anything about it, and you're both acting that way. And then we have the new moon in Pisces, and it says meditate and contemplate. And this card is about, again, the same thing. Like you're contemplating, you're meditating, you're thinking about the situation. You are also feeling like very romantic, but you don't want to like, you're both kind of fantasizing about this relationship, and like looking at it from the past from like rose tinted glasses. Like you guys are looking at this in a very romantic way, of how it was, but, and this is from both parties, but maybe there needs to be some sort of healing when it comes to this, because we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So it could actually be your parents that you need to heal, or like if you guys come from like divorced parents, or something along the lines of like just needing to like heal commitment issues, or abandonment issues, or anything like that. There's definitely a need for healing here. Rejection issues, something like that. Okay, so let's see, what do we have for Leo? So what are your person's feelings towards you? Sorry, this is your feelings towards them, and we have pride, arrogance, ego, and stubborn. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have mistakes, misunderstood, victim, and lost soul. So you could be acting from a place of ego right now, and that's why you're not reaching out. You're like, nah, they must chase me. I'm not going to go anywhere near them, because they were the ones who made the mistake, and they're the ones who need to basically come and apologize. And you're basically like, absolutely not. I'm not reaching out in some way. Okay. So let's see, what do you want out of this connection? Running, ghosting, disappearing, and invisible. You could be the runner here. We'll see, we'll get some clarifiers. And then we have karma at the bottom of the deck. So we have consequences, cause and effect, and debts. So it could be that this is a karmic connection, or that this is a lesson that you need to learn, because you know, you could be the runner, or you dealing with runners could be consequences of how you've dealt with things in the past. So it could just be something that is coming back around type of thing, like you haven't learned the lesson, or maybe you were the runner in a previous relationship and they're the runner now. Let's get some clarifiers on them. So what do we need to know for Leo? Tell us, what is this pride situation here? 6 of Wands. Definitely full of pride. So clarifying your feelings. You do want success in this, but you feel like they're the ones who need to come and apologize to you. They need to come tell you how much they've made a mistake, and you are the best thing that's ever happened to them. You want them to put you on a pedestal, but you do just want to also feel supported by them. Like, it's not just all ego, but your ego is getting in the way here, because you're like, I'm not going to be the one reaching out. Absolutely no way. You do want to end the cycle with them though, but you're just refusing to reach out. Okay, so let's clarify. Okay, so the running is the Sun in the reverse. That's your energy, Leo. And with that in the reverse and running, yeah, I do feel like you are not communicating with this person at this time. So you could feel very much like pessimistic, like this, you want them to come back here and to apologize and to come and like tell them what a mistake they've made, because you are like the ultimate catch. But you don't see that happening. You don't see them coming back. You could be like just feeling very like negative about the situation, and unhappy with the fact that like they've run away in the past. You're very guarded. So I feel like there's like a fight between like your ego and your higher self. Like, I feel like you're trying to protect yourself in some way, and that's why you're like, nah, I see them as a red flag. I'm not going to accept this, but you do still want them to come back. I think you're confused actually of what you actually want, because your ego wants them to come and say, like, maybe for closure, you're like, I want them to come and tell me what's like exactly what the story is, and that they messed up, so that I can basically tell them, yeah, well, F you, and I'm gonna leave you on red, basically. So that could be the situation. So let's see, what are their feelings towards, okay, wait, actually, let me get these hidden secrets. So what is Leo's person's feelings towards Leo? We have sorrow, loss, grief, and depression, okay? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have conflict, clashing, differences, and incompatibility. So they are definitely feeling left out in the cold in some way. They feel completely upset about the separation. Like I said to you before, like you to them are like wow, like how could I ever have let this person go? And they also just feel like I feel like they're also feeling a little bit conflicted themselves with what they're meant to do going forward. Like whether they should move on and just like let you go, or whether they should come back in some way. But they do feel like if they do come back and they tell you how much they're upset, that there is going to be some sort of like drama that happens between you guys, and they could be avoiding that in some way. So let's get a clarifier for sorrow. Okay, so we have the Hierophant here. So they do also feel like that they needed to learn some sort of lessons when it came to you, and they need to, they see you as a very spiritual connection, and they do want commitment with you, but I think that they just feel like they're not going to be able to get that with you, and that's why they are upset. So let's see, what do they want out of this connection? We have shocking, turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. They definitely want things to change. They basically, and then we have at the bottom of the deck, escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. So I feel like they want a change in what is happening with you guys at the moment. They basically want to end this no contact period, but they could be like avoiding trying to do anything, because they feel like if they do come towards you, like I said, that there's going to be some sort of conflict or like some issues or drama between the two of you if they do come towards you. So you could also be blocked like from them, or they could have blocked you, or you could have blocked them as well, but there is definitely some sort of like avoidance here of coming towards you. Okay, and then let's see. Yeah, so clarifying that, we have the Two of Swords and we have the Five of Pentacles. So definitely like they want to get out of this stuck period with you, and they're feeling very much like left out in the cold. You could also be like, oh, that's BS, like they're the ones who did this, but that's what they're seeing here. Like I'm looking at from their side, they just feel like they're like stuck with making a decision, and they're trying to like go within, and I feel like they're going to shock themselves with this decision, because they're just not making the decision at the moment, and they have a lack mentality when it comes to you. Like they just think that you're never going to be able to forgive them for whatever they've done. Okay, so let's see what is actually going on between you. Emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, and affected. So both of you guys are just super emotional about this. You guys are just looking after yourselves right now, very focused on like healing, on growing yourself, on like just getting to a point where you are in a better space, like mentally, and you guys are just you guys are very much in a hurt place. You are, and so is your person. It's very clear. So let's just get a clarifier there. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. You guys are both grounding yourselves at this time. You're working on like just your inner child, or you could just be like trying to work on yourself right now, even though you've got a long way to go. Like both of you are like this, like you've got a long way to go, but you guys are wanting to kind of like grow in some way, and you guys are actually taking this separation or whatever's happened between you as much as hard as it is. You guys are actually learning the lessons here and growing from this. Both of you are, so that's really good. Okay, so what are their next actions towards you? We have clinging, holding on, obsessing, and spying. That pretty much speaks for itself. So they could be like looking at your social media. If they've got you, if you've blocked them in some way, they could be like using a friend's account or like a family member's account or something like that, but they've got a way to kind of just see what's going on. They are definitely holding on to you and then thinking, missing you, craving and desiring. So they aren't going to actually do anything, but they are going to continue to kind of like observe you and see what it is that you're wanting before they decide on what move they're actually going to make. Like I said, they just feel like if they came forward, like there wouldn't be a chance. Okay, so let's clarify clinging. Ace of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, definitely like they have a lot of desire and passion for you, but they just feel like this new beginning is impossible. They're not going to take action at this time. They do want you, but they're not going to go ahead at this time. They feel like the timing isn't right here with Temperance, but they do want to balance out this connection with you. And let's see, what is the outcome of this connection? Wow, we have loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. So, and then bottom of the deck, we have longing, craving, aching, and wanting. I do feel like there is, from both sides, you guys do want to be together and you do want to be loyal to each other, but there's something that needs to be forgiven here. There's healing that needs to happen first. And then you guys can possibly try this again. So let's get a clarifier for loyalty. Yeah, so we have the King of Wands here. So basically, the outcome of this is that someone is going to take action towards the desire for the other one, but they're first going to be learning about what are the options here, like how can I come forward, do they even want me to come forward, like what would I say, you know, like how would we make this work, which is what I was getting in the beginning. So there's definitely that energy there. So let's get some messages from your person. So from Leo's person's higher self, what would they say if they weren't holding anything back? We have, I look for you everywhere. We have so many things remind me of you. What else? We have, you came closer than anyone. Okay. So let's get some advice for you, Leo. What should you do? What is being asked of Leo here by Spirit? Okay, so you need to focus on healing, on spending some time alone for a little bit longer, being single for now. Just focus on your inner work, on carry on doing what you have been doing, because that's going to help you to get to a place where you're actually fully healed, maybe even healing family issues or something like that. But you're going to be fully healed then, and when you are fully healed, that's when you can actually connect with someone, and that's maybe when either another soulmate is going to come in or this person could come back in some way. But you do also need to focus on your home life right now, on your happiness, on your stability in some way. You could be like just, you know, doing the building blocks of starting to have a certain sort of like solid foundation in some way when it comes to your healing journey, so that when someone does come in, you have the coping mechanisms, you have your healed self ready to kind of deal with whatever person that comes your way. What else? 10 of Pentacles. So this is about just focusing on the abundance that you have in your life, the happiness that you do have, the commitments that you do have, I already said happiness, the money that you have coming in. Like, you could be focused on work, or just focus on like everything that is good in your life, because that's going to bring more of that in, and that's going to end some sort of cycle as well and transform the situation. So Leo, I hope that resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will see you guys again next week. Take care.